So the Republicans have in their bill the cutting of Medicaid, hundreds of billions of dollars cut from Medicaid. The Republicans are telling their constituents and us, they're telling all of America, that they're not going to cut Medicaid. I just did some content the other day about somebody that said that the Republicans weren't actually cutting Medicaid. In fact, they were increasing Medicaid funding when nothing could be further from the truth. They are cutting hundreds of billions of dollars from Medicaid if this thing passes. So if the bill says, we can read the bill and we can see that it's going to cut Medicaid, but they're telling you that they're not going to cut Medicaid, that they're the ones that are going to protect Medicaid, why wouldn't every Republican humanly possible take the opportunity to get in front of a microphone and say, yes, I can guarantee you that I'm not going to vote for anything that's going to cut Medicaid? Why would you ignore that question when it's such a hot button topic in the country right now? There are millions of people that are worried that they're going to lose their Medicaid because of your vote. And you won't stop and say, no, I promise you I won't do that. Some stopped but made jokes instead of answering. Why?
Congresswoman, how can you assure the American people Medicaid won't be cut? Congressman, how can you assure the American people Medicaid won't be cut? Congressman, how can you assure the American people Medicaid won't be cut?
How can you assure your Nana that you still support her after she told you that chocolate milk does not come from brown cows?
How can you assure the American people Medicaid won't be cut?
Did Mama lay out those clothes for you that day?
Kind of odd that you will tell your constituents on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, at your rallies, you'll tell them in those scenarios, I'm not going to cut, don't worry, I'm not going to cut your Medicaid. But then when you've got somebody right outside the Capitol building saying, how can you guarantee that Medicaid's not going to be cut? You either ignore it or you stop and make a joke about brown cows or insult the clothes that the person is wearing. Did your mother lay out those clothes for you? No, your mother did, bitch. Now answer the question. Why would you not take the opportunity to stop and say, I guarantee you I will never vote for anything that's going to cut Medicaid? Because each and every one of them knows what's really in the bill. Each and every one of them knows they want to do away with Medicaid. Give poor people health insurance? Why would we spend the money on that when we can easily just slash the taxes of the upper class a little bit more? If we do away with these hundreds of billions of dollars, that's hundreds of billions of dollars less we have to spend. Therefore, we could charge hundreds of billions of dollars less in taxes to our friends. That's basically what it boils down to. But they don't have the balls to say it to a camera, right? They'll say it behind their phone. They'll yell it to a cheering crowd at a rally. But they know what they're doing. It would seem to me every one of those people would stop and take the opportunity to clear the air, to set the record straight. Yep, I will never vote for anything that's going to cut Medicaid. When each and every one of them knows that they're going to vote for something that cuts Medicaid.